I'm David Lombardino, Editor-in-Chief of DLA Editors and Proofers. Today I'd like to give you our tips on how to write an outstanding synopsis. Of course, the point of any synopsis is to engage the agent or publisher you're sending your synopsis to or your query to get them interested in your manuscript. And so what are the ways that you're going to do that? First of all, you want to include all meaningful characters from your manuscript. Do not leave any of them out. If there's a meaningful character in your manuscript, make sure that meaningful character is represented in your synopsis. Similarly, all meaningful plot points that are in your manuscript must be in your synopsis. The point of your synopsis is to provide a complete understanding of the manuscript to the agent or publisher. Now, of course, you may be thinking, well, I don't want to tell them everything. I want to leave something for them to discover. There's got to be, I don't want to just show them all that I've got. Well, that's the wrong way to approach a synopsis. And the reason is because the person you want to surprise with your manuscript is not the agent or publisher, it's the reader or your audience. And so when an agent or publisher is reviewing your synopsis, what they want to know is they want to know exactly what they're dealing with the manuscript. They don't want any surprises. And if they see that a synopsis is incomplete or there's something off about the synopsis, then of course you've already dropped the ball at that point. They're not going to be interested in you any further than that. So do not leave anything out. Make sure that that synopsis provides a complete understanding of your manuscript, including the characters and all of the major plot points or meaningful plot points from the start of the manuscript to the very end. Similar to that, the next point is that you want to write your synopsis in the same tone, voice, style as the manuscript itself. So, if you write a tongue-in-cheek manuscript, you want to write your synopsis in a tongue-in-cheek manner as well. You want the writing style of the synopsis to mimic the writing style of the manuscript so that even without the manuscript in front of them, or even if they have only the first chapter or first 30 pages, the agent or publisher is going to know exactly what they're getting because they're going to know the characters, they're going to know the plot, and they're going to know the writing style. Now, of course, sometimes clients come to us and when they're unsure about whether to have us edit the manuscript first or the synopsis first, or which way to approach engaging us for help with their manuscript synopsis and query letters, everything that they've got. They get confused and they think, well, don't you need to see our manuscript? Don't you need to read the entire manuscript in order to know what should go into the synopsis? And my answer to that is no. And if you think about that, I want you to just kind of follow along with me on this. The synopsis you should consider that the synopsis is the first thing that the agent or publisher will read. Now, I understand that you may be sending in the synopsis along with a query letter and along with the first chapter or first 30 pages of your manuscript, but you don't necessarily know what order the agent or publisher is going to read those in. And so you want each item to stand on its own. You want the query letter to stand on its own. You want the synopsis to stand on its own. And so if they're reading that synopsis, you want them to be reading through that and say, hey, this is awesome. I want to get over and read that manuscript. And so for us, a lot of times it is helpful for us to start with the synopsis because we can look for things like holes in your plot, or if there are characters that seem to be missing or inadequately presented in your synopsis, we can point out those issues to you. And then of course we could go on to helping you with the entire manuscript, or certainly at least the first chapter or first 30 pages, whatever is being asked of you when you send off that package with your query letter to the agent or publisher. I hope you found these tips helpful. We offer a full range of editing and proofreading services geared specifically for writers, whether you've got a synopsis, query letter, novel, nonfiction, whatever you've got, we can help you with it, and we'd love to help you with it. Come check us out at www.dlaeditors.com. Once again, www.dlaeditors.com.